Hey there everybody, it's Eric Strock with Stone Valley Hobby and Games. It's game night again, and tonight we have Marvel Champions. Marvel Champions, the core set here has all sorts of different decks to play right out of the box. So we're working our way through it. So far we've taken Spider-Man against Rhino, and then we took Captain Marvel against the Klaw. And I'll tell you what, the base deck for Captain Marvel has her with aggression, and that's not a very good combo. But when you switch her up and you drop Captain Marvel with leadership, well, she's pretty good. We can take care of the Klaw with that. So tonight we're going to try out She-Hulk against the Klaw. So as you can see, this particular She-Hulk is a little different. It looks like a comic book cover. And this is the original that comes with the game itself. What comes out of the box, it looks like that. So you can see that's a little different. And what we have is we have not only one of each of the heroes that come with the core set, but we also have a playmat. So we have several of those left, and if you check out on our game site, the store site, stonevalleygames.com, you might see a chance of how you can get one of those for free. Anyway, tonight we're going to take She-Hulk and we're going to run her against the Klaw. So what we've learned so far is Rhino hits pretty hard, but he doesn't really do much for schemes. So if you have somebody, if you lean on him a little bit, he's good. And now with the Klaw, he's not only very good with getting minions out, and they're really tough minions, but he's also a hard hitter himself. He has a lot of boost cards in that basic deck, so you can be looking at basically an empty board, and then very next second you have 2 or 3 minions with 2 or 3 side schemes, and you're already digging out of a big hole. So we'll see how we do against Klaw with our good friend Jennifer Walters, aka the She-Hulk. Let's go get it on. Well, all right, let's see what we got going on here. So I'll take you on a trip around how the game is set up. And we have, like I showed you before, we got this really neat She-Hulk card. Looks like a comic book cover. It's different than the standard game one. And the alter ego is more full art. So we're going to go ahead and set that up there. Then this is the player's turn token. Whoever's turn it is gets this in front of it. Since it's solo play, it'll be in front of me. Jennifer Walters, aka She-Hulk, has 15 health. Our old friend the Klaw has got 12, so we're set up for 12 there. Confused, Stun, and Tough, we'll use those as required. Player phase reference, villain phase reference, just in case. Titania is the nemesis for She-Hulk, so she'll be pulled in if we draw that during the events. I set aside already Defense Network, and you can see we have a game mat here. So this game mat and a full set of these. So there's one for Black Panther, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Spider-Man, and of course She-Hulk. And what I'm going to do is on my site, www.stonevalleygames.com, I'm going to set up some rules, I think, on how to give away some of this stuff for free. So check that out. I'll probably have it up in the next 7 days or so, just in time for Christmas, so nothing wrong with free. Okay, now what we've learned so far is that the Spider-Man versus Rhino, so Spider-Man is a good intro character because he's very agile, so he can get some good hits in, and he can dive out of the way of hits, so he can stay relatively healthy, allowing him more maneuverability. So it's a very good character to get kind of the feeling of the game. Rhino's a pretty good boss. He's got some pretty sizable hitting power, but doesn't really do much with the schemes. So then I moved to the Klaw, the next villain in the line, and the Klaw is much more difficult. He's got, not only does he hit a lot harder, because even though his attack is 0 base, he gets to draw 2 cards, and some of those cards have boost, which add even more insanity. And he also has side schemes up the yin-yang, so he can It's not very shocking for a turn to go by and Klaw could have 2 or 3 side schemes and 2 or 3 minions, hard-hitting minions, staring at you just after a turn. So I tried Captain Marvel the way she came in the game right out of the box, and that was with aggression, and it was not good. I think I played 7 times and only won once. I switched her to leadership, and it was much better. So when I put Captain Marvel with leadership, that really helped out because it allowed her to use minions to get at them, which worked. As you can see, also I left Defense Network out because I know as soon as it's our turn, we're going to have to pull that out, so I don't have to reshuffle this. Now, She-Hulk can hit like a ton of bricks, but the one thing that I've noticed already is she does not have a lot of support against thwart. So to thwart the schemes, to get the threat off the schemes. So when we play this, we have to hold those cards pretty closely because there's not a lot in the deck because she can destroy Klaw quickly, but the problem is when he gets to his second Klaw number 2, he gains all this hit points, and when he gains all the hit points, he adds another side scheme, and once he does that, if you don't have a lot of ability against side scheme, you quickly fall behind, and then there's no way to actually catch back up. So it doesn't matter if you can hit like a house, you got to be able to get those schemes away too. So we'll see how it goes here. All right, the way it starts off is I got a hand of 6, so I'll go ahead and draw. And I'm going to save that one. I'm going to pay 1. And as you know, the way these cards work, so in the upper corner, you got a number that you have to pay that many resources for. And then down here in the corner, you'll see the resource. So there's several symbols. There's like the little science symbol, looks like a little molecule. And there's a little fist symbol, it's like aggression. That's another kind of resource. And then you have the little lightning or energy. Some cards give you a bonus if you use the right resource, but generally you can pay for any of these with any resource. So I want the helicarrier, so I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3. To get the helicarrier out. What that does is I exhaust it, and I can reduce the resource cost of the next card by 1 for the phase, which is nice. And that's it. I'm going to draw to 6 again. 3, 4, 5, 6, until I get some cards in my hand that can help me get rid of some scheme. I'm just going to stick with that. Okay. Oh, actually, no. No, it's too late. I already did it. So the Klaw, now we go ahead and read this. Klaw 1 and Klaw 2, and we got the standard and counter sets, and we use Masters of Evil, which is all the nasty minions. We search it for the Defense Network, and since I already know what it is, here it is. So it's got 2 down here. What the 2 means is it starts off with 2 threats on it. And then I get 1 more threat per every player, so that's 3. So what that symbol is, the little exclamation point, means that I can't take anything off the main scheme until I've eliminated the side scheme. So then once I've done that, I flip this over, and then I discard cards until I get to a minion card. So the very first one's minion card. Put it into play, engage with the first player. And then this says, after this card is revealed, reveal one additional encounter card, and it is a minion. So now we'll go ahead and put our one threat on there. And that is the beginning of the turn. Notice we haven't even started yet, and he's already got 2 minions and I got 2 schemes, and he hasn't even gone. So now he's going to go, he's going to scheme for 2. And he's going to boost 2. And then both of these scheme for 1, so it's on his first turn he already goes into the next scheme. So basically this one is discard cards until you get to a minion. It's Armored Guard. An Armored Guard won't let me attack the Klaw. Sorry about that. Okay. And then we flip this, and we put one more scheme. So that is the first turn. It's already gone a little crazy. Okay. I'm going to have the next card cost 1 less, and it's going to be this card. So I need to pay 3. I'm going to pay 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to use it to draw a card. I'm going to switch to She-Hulk. After you change to this form, do 2 damage to an enemy. I'm going to do 2 damage to the weapon runner. And then pay 0 for chase them down. After your hero attacks and defeats an enemy, remove 2 threat from a scheme. Remove 2 threat from this scheme. And then she's going to attack for 3 on the melter. And then bring all the cards back from exhaustion and draw out our hand size of 4. And pass the turn. So we put a threat on the scheme. The Klaw attacks for boost 1 of 2, and 2 more for 4. Takes her to 11. Then Melter attacks for 3, and I have to defend with an ally if I have one, which I don't. So that takes me to 8. And the Armored Guard attacks me for 1, takes me to 7. Then it's the event. Hero, the villain attacks me, so he attacks me again. None. boost. So I put Weapon Runner into play engaged with me. So no damage though. And after this card is revealed, one additional encounter card, and the villain schemes for 2. That escalated quickly. Switches to my turn. I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to pay 1. Wait a minute. I'm going to pay the health, exhaust the health carrier for 1 to cost less, energy for 2, so that pays for Tigra. I'm going to have her attack the Melter. He's got to hit a 5, so she does 2. Normally I would put a damage on her, but one of the things is after she defeats a minion, she heals 1, so she basically heals the damage she just got. And I'm going to attack the runner with She-Hulk. And I will take these from exhaustion and draw it to 4. And pass the turn. 1 scheme there. He attacks for tough. He gets a tough and 3. So 6, 5, 4. He hits for 1. Takes me down to 3. And the villain gets tough. Then the encounter. It's a side scheme with a boost on it. When revealed, discard cards until a Masters of Evil minion is discarded. Put that minion into play engaged with the first player, and this comes in with 3 on it. So if I switch her, it automatically is to 8 and I lose the game. So I'm going to draw a card. Looks like we're in trouble. So I'll use the helicarrier to pay 1. Actually, I will tag Klaw with Tigra to drop his tough, and she takes the damage. We'll pay 1, 2 for combat training to give her a +1 to her attack. Nope, nothing I can do. What'll happen is if I attack, doesn't matter because he's got a boost on here and I can't get rid of this. So I either am going to get hit for more than 3, and if I switch her over, he scans for 2, so that's the win. So I can't heal, and with just their attacks alone, I'm at 0. So that's game over. She-Hulk is down. She-Hulk is down. Well, you can see how the game plays. She-Hulk, once again, hard hitter, but doesn't do very well when you got all your side schemes lining up, and nothing you can do against the main scheme until you can't even get rid of the one that you need to get rid of. So not very good against the Klaw, but good time had, a good game night. So once again, it's Eric Strock with Stone Valley Hobby and Games. We'll do better next time. Take care.